What's up guys, thanks for tuning in to the Open Road Obsession. Today we're checking out behind me this 2024 Volkswagen Taos Highline. It's super pretty, finished in pure white with the black rooftop. So that being said guys, if you're on the market for a compact SUV, let's hop right into this and let's show you the deets. Come on. So if you guys are in the market for a compact SUV, you're probably seeing things like the Mazda CX-30, the Kia Niro, and the Subaru Crosstrek, things of that nature. But there's no way you're looking past the 2024 Volkswagen Taos, because this is a top contender in the compact SUV segment. Let's just take a little walk around it and show you what really makes this thing stand out. Pure white color with the black roof. You actually have 8 color options available, 5 of which come with that black roof. You got your LED headlights here, just really nice, amazing style here. This black here and the base off the white and the chrome contrast here, it creates amazing style. Just looks really pretty. And as we come around side here, you notice there's no fog lights, but you don't need them because these headlights are plenty powerful. Over the side here, you have 18-inch Fiji alloy wheels, and on the Highline model, you also have a 19-inch wheel option available, which is very nice looking. You don't have a turning indicator here, but you do have blind spot monitoring system, and you have keyless entry. Obviously, this is a compact SUV. It's got a very healthy amount of cargo capacity in there that we're going to show you later in this video. And in the back here, there's actually no exhaust that's actually visible. They're hidden underneath, and obviously you got that new upgraded Volkswagen kind of emblem there and logo. This is a all-wheel drive model of the Taos. There is a 2-wheel drive available in the entry-level Taos. And that said guys, this car in particular starts at just over $40,000 Canadian dollar. To be exact, it's $40,678. And back here along the bottom of the bumper diffuser area, you also have rear park distance control. Note though, this Highline does not have distance control in the front of the vehicle. Under the hood of this Taos is just a little guy. This is a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. You're looking at 158 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque, which is actually fairly decent for an engine of this size. And you can expect to have between 28 and 34 miles to the gallon from the city versus the highway. And it's also paired to a 7-speed DSG dual clutch transmission, which is going to have you shifting fairly decently quick actually. It's going to also help you improve your fuel economy with the transmission that has the dual clutch setup, so you're not holding the gears too long. However, if you do want a front-wheel drive option with a 8-speed transmission, that is available on entry-level Taos models. So that said guys, let's hop inside, take a look at the interior. And once you open this door, you can see immediately this is built with some serious quality. You got this amazing black leather seats that have little gray accents. This is actually called crystal gray, and you can actually opt in to get the entire interior in the crystal gray leather color. Everything is where it should be. You have a 10.25-inch navigation screen here, nice little comfortable gear selector here. Obviously in the middle here you have your drive mode selection, stuff like that. Climate control in the usual area. You're going to find yourself very familiar in here, and it's going to feel a lot like home, you know. Let's start on the left here and work our way across, go through all of the tech here. Over here on the left, you got your window switches, mirror controls here, conveniently located just above the window switches. And down here, if you're looking to open your fuel hatch, there's a little switch over here for your fuel hatch. And down here on the left, in the usual spot, is your lighting options. You obviously got your typical turning indicator on the right here, and you have your lighting settings here on the left. As for the steering wheel here, you got your cruise control settings on the left and your navigation and radio settings here on the right. Climate control in the middle here. Right in the middle stack here, you got your engine start stop button. You also have a wireless phone charger in the middle here as well. You also have 2 USB-Cs and a 12 volt, as well as 2 cup holders and a little storage slot over here, as well as a decent fair chunk of space here in the center console that you just lift up. There's no click or anything. You just kind of lift it up. It's a nice little cubby hole. You can put your arm down there, about half of your lower arm there. You got a decent chunk of little space there. And under here in the glove box, you actually have a fair decent amount of space here in the glove box. You can actually fit quite a bit of stuff in there. Each door has a decent amount of space, and one of the coolest things about this, being a smaller vehicle, it can be a little bit crammed, but up here we have the optionable roof rail to rail power moonroof, which is a really nice feature. Let's hop right into the navigation screen and the tachometer, and then we'll hop into the second row and get into the deets there. So to start it up, foot on the brake, key in the pocket, Push to start, baby. Yeah. Caution, the engine is running. Oh, okay. Here we are inside. It's all lit up there because it's in the evening, and you can really see it just looks really nice. You have your full digital tack screen there, really nice. 10.25-inch screen here, really pretty. But here on your 10.25-inch screen, you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, automatically syncable. You don't need to have a wired connection. Down here in the tack here, obviously it's going to show our 2 doors open here. I'll close this back door and close this one to have our full access here. So it's really nice here. You got the blue aspect of the tack, and then you got the red line there. Separately there, full digital display. You got your oil temperature there on the left and your fuel gauge there on the right. So as we switch through these settings here, you just hit the up button here. If you have any warnings, you just hit OK before you can proceed. And then you just click up and it'll show you your different options. You know, your home address and the map, or you can go back and just different stuff like that. Let's go right here. You know, start stop option is available, so you can turn on or you can turn off your auto start stop. Keep going left. Please connect a phone. They always want you to do that. You got your radio setting there so you can know. So pretty much any option you have available will be available to cater to you in your screen here. And since we're in here looking at the tack and this infotainment screen here, this is a good time to note that this also has a Beats Audio 6-speaker and a woofer sound system, which comes with the Highline and is an amazing feature because this car really sounds amazing. You have to trust us on that one. All right, guys, so let's go into the drive mode here. So we click this here. Currently, we are in snow mode. So you can see here, snow mode, it'll display on the screen. Click right here, and you're going to be in normal mode. You go right again, you're going to be in off-road auto mode. And if you go right one more time, you'll be in off-road custom mode. So you can kind of do little things and tamper with the settings to create the best off-road experience when you're driving with your all-wheel drive 4Motion Taos. So right now we're in normal mode, and you'll see on the screen that since we're in normal mode here, there we go, normal mode, you can actually click Eco, Sport, or Custom mode. So if you click Eco here, it'll have a green, the tack will stay the same. If we click Sport, it'll turn red. We click Custom, you can kind of tamper with the settings, but that said, we go right here into your off-road mode here. So it doesn't give you any options in the screen to modify the settings on how you would like to do your off-road driving. So, but if you put it to off-road custom mode here, you can click adjust here in the sat nav screen and control various settings here in the screen to aid in your driving however you desire to. Go back to normal mode, we go to snow mode. There's not any options available. The car will decide what is the best fit. So your best options here, if you're trying to get into sport mode, you're going to actually be in normal mode. Go into the sat nav screen, click on sport, or if you want eco mode, you can click on that through the normal drive mode setting. Another thing to note here is if we're in normal mode, you're going to see that there's a different option: eco, normal, sport, and custom. If you want to be in sport, custom, or eco, you can actually just click this so you don't have to touch the screen, and it will change between the modes just by clicking the button in the middle there, and the entire drive control there will change. So that's pretty cool. So you don't actually have to go up and touch your screen. And another really cool feature you're going to notice here is if you're like, for example, we're in custom mode, we have an ambient lighting that's kind of a clear looking color. As you go into eco, it'll turn blue. You go into normal, it goes back to that color, or you go into sport, then it'll turn red. So in this car, you actually have 10 different ambient color lighting options. Go into off-road mode, we get green, off-road custom, back to the clear, you know, stuff like that. It's just a nice little touch there. Before we hop into the back here, let's check out this power moonroof. One click here in the center button, and it will open, revealing tons of light. All right, so I gotta say, guys, definitely feeling very comfortable back here. Even though this is a compact SUV, I feel really comfortable. I'm used to cars that, like the Toyota Highlander, that are much bigger. But I gotta say, guys, you might not have as much room back there, but if you're in the market for a compact SUV, you have enough room right here, right where you want it for your rear passengers. So I got a decent amount of space here. Very comfortable. These seats are actually well bolstered. They're really nice and very cushiony actually down here, especially with this car too. If you have this moonroof open and you're driving through the night in the summer, it just is a really nice experience, you guys. Really, really nice. You got this dome light over here. Click that. Very nice and bright. Got an HS handle right where you want it. When your mom's driving too fast, or your husband's driving too fast, whichever, it is what it is. You got this HS handle. We close this door here. nice and light. And when you close it too, it feels like quality. You can tell this thing's made in Germany. This thing is made by people that really take quality serious. And that's very important if you're getting a Volkswagen, because this stuff is just built amazing, and that's what you would expect, right? So that's that. Good space here. Not really having any climate control settings here other than just being able to control the airflow of the vents, but you do have a USB-C back here. To finish off the back seat here, you get a nice little center armrest with 2 cup holders. Now you got a cuppy in both doors here, but in terms of cup holders, you just got 2 here. So far between the front and the second row here, we have 4 cup holders. In the doors, you're not gonna wanna put any things with fluids that could potentially open, unless you're putting bottles in there, then feel free. You can probably fit 2 or 3 in the front doors, each door, and about 2 or 3 in the rear. Cargo capacity of the Taos. So you can see we got a decent chunk of room here. So we actually have 28 cubic feet of space here in behind the second row here, which is really plenty of space. You obviously got your cargo lights there, and I thought this was really nice that they did this. In the second row here, there's actually a button that you can push down and push forward, and it is going to create some space there. So if you have any long objects, you can just kind of throw them through. Some skis, you know, a little snowboard, or some 2x4s if you're a utility kind of person. And you also have this little cover here as well to hide your goods. Underneath here, you know, just typical of what you would find. Spare tire, stuff like that, your jack. Very simple, but it's exactly what you need to have. So that said, guys, let's put down this second row and let's reveal the maximum amount of space that you have if you want to buy one of these. Now that we have the second row down here, and you can see we have tons of space here. It's a decent chunk of space. You can fit lots of totes. You could practically lay in there, and if you really wanted to, you could sleep in here for a few nights if you really had to, or if you're going, you know, in the country, whatever you got to do, you got plenty of space there. 66 cubic feet of space, which is very generous for a car of this size. So here we are on our onboard drive here, and it's made very comfortable by these 8-way power seats. It just feels amazing. But that said, guys, we're going to start here this drive in normal mode. So here we are driving in normal mode. It's got very buttery steering. It's actually very nice to drive, actually. Shifts are really decent in normal mode. It's obviously tailored to comfort. That said, here, let's shut this power moonroof here by just clicking this button so we can get some quiet in here. We're coming up on a light here, and then we're gonna pop this thing in sport mode and see how the shifts change in sport mode. Braking is very good. The technology is definitely with the times here in 2024. There's a lot of options available on the 10.25 inch screen to really tailor to you know, your driving dynamics and the way you want the car to look, if you want to change your ambient lightings and things of that nature. And being a digital display, you have different variations that you can actually change it. We are in normal mode. We're going to click the normal mode out and into sport mode here, and you can see the LEDs have now changed in the dash here. So it looks really pretty. The tack is now turned red, and we're going to try and just rip this thing. Obviously, if you're buying something like this, you're probably not just going to be speeding around, but you want to know if you have the power available or not. Amazingly smooth this steering is. It's just like really sporty feeling. So here we are in sport mode, and obviously the response is very quick, actually. It's a fairly quick drive here, and it's very smooth. It's almost like you're driving a luxury car kind of deal. You're not feeling too many bumps on the road. It just feels really comfortable, and these red LEDs everywhere just look really nice. Typically you see something like this in a BMW 7 Series or Mercedes S-Class, things of that nature, but we got that in the Taos, baby, so that's pretty damn cool, you know, especially for over 40 grand, just over 40 grand Canadian. That's just amazing. On the Highline here, you're almost at the top for the Taos, unless you want to hop into the Tiguan or the Atlas. You can go a little bit higher, but for the Taos, this is a very high up there trim, and it just looks amazing, and it feels amazing as well. So that said, let's just pop over here into our off-road automatic mode. You can see our LEDs changed here into a yellow color. Really nice. Our LEDs also on the dash here as well changed, and we also have a compass that just appeared, because typically if you're in off-road mode, you may not know exactly where you are all the time, so you need that compass to know which direction you're going. We can also see in the gauge cluster here, we have our speed that's also posted in there. As you drive in your off-mode settings, it's going to show you the stats and just show you the level, which angle you are, and which elevation that you are at here on the screen area, the tack screen area. area. So now we are in eco mode. The colors, the ambient light changed to blue, and the tack also changed to blue here. And we can see here, if we press the gas, the responsiveness is much less than before. Obviously, you're not going to want to hold the RPMs as longer, especially if fuel economy is your main concern. 28 miles to the gallon in the city and 36 on the highway, which is really good, and just over 31 miles to the gallon combined, which is really significant for a car of this size. Just over 4,000 pounds, it's around 4,300 pound curb weight, is actually really decent. So good on Volkswagen for that one as well. But yeah, this eco mode drives really well. Sport was obviously a bit more sporty, but there's not too much of a difference between the eco and the normal mode. Even if you leave this thing in normal mode, you're still going to save a decent chunk of fuel, and you're really going to like it. But overall, if you're going for something of an SUV size, especially compact, this drives a lot just like a typical car, and it's very familiar to what you would typically find in most cars. Just more modern, more updated, and it's a lot more pretty, and the finishing touches are good. You obviously have some soft touch plastics in a few areas. The steering wheel is a leather wrapped, and the lighting, the backlighting of the interior is really nice, as you can see here, and it's a very happy place to be. So if you want to buy this car, you are really going to like it. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. If you want to see anything car related, then you are gonna wanna like this video and subscribe to our Open Road Obsession YouTube channel, because you're not gonna wanna miss a thing. We got some great stuff coming your way, and if you wanna just take it to the next level and you really wanna help us out, because we really appreciate it with a channel our size, just consider watching some other videos, because we got some coming out every week at this point, and they're gonna be really sweet. So that said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.